Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do the Aries horoscope for September. Well, it's looking like a much better month this month for you, dear awesome Aries, and after August you'll be glad of that. If you haven't joined me before, just really quickly a brief explanation of what I'm about to do in this video. So even though this is your horoscope, I always like to include 2 tarot theme cards at the beginning, and I do a little bit of channeling and see clairvoyant visions before I turn the cards over. So I like to see how those visions relate to the cards. We'll then have a look at your horoscope. The big news this month is that your ruler Mars is going retrograde. So we'll have a look on the website about that. And I'll finish up after the horoscope with some psychic channeling and have a look what I can see in spirit for you all this month. Okay, so let's go to the board now, and we're going to choose those cards for September for you as theme cards. Okay, let's see. That one, see, they stand out when I'm supposed to pick them. They look sort of brighter, or they're more impactful. So that one's talking to me, so I'm closing my eyes now. I see a set of stairs in front of me, but they don't appear like they normally appear to me. They're on the diagonal. This could be a cross current. You might be going down a certain track, and then it's almost like suddenly another opportunity appears or something appears, and it's a cross current to what you're already doing. So the energy for what you're doing is sort of interrupted, or maybe blocked or limited in some way. So you go a different direction because you're following the stairs that are sort of diagonally across your path. And that means you take action steps, okay? So this could be something completely unexpected and out of the blue, but that's not unusual for you, dear Aries. Now, there's also somebody here with coins in their hand, and they're holding them in a certain way and then flicking them down one by one. Coins are always about transformation, so change is certain in September. Let's have a look at this theme card. Whoa. Well, there's your blocking of your path, or you're going down a certain track. It's like your mind had a belief system about something and it's not what you thought, and you find out there's something else going on, and so then that leads you to take another unexpected path that you didn't anticipate. Sometimes this is quite turbulent and dramatic, but do know that, see up here in the corner, there's a third eye, and that means that maybe your intuition has already been telling you that something's about to end. Tower is normally an unexpected limitation or break in a relationship or a job or something like that, and so it is fairly significant. You could change jobs or change relationships, but do know there's something to go on with, because these diagonal stairs that block your path, end up giving you another opportunity. So that's the first theme card. Now let's have a look at the second theme card, which is that one, which feels less dramatic. Closing my eyes now, and what do I see for awesome Aries in September 2020? Okay, so you could be a bit emotional because there's water here, but I actually get you. This looks bizarre to me. I actually see a woman on stilts, and it's like there's some flooding, and on the stilts you're not getting wet. So maybe you're not as upset as what you could have otherwise been, because you're dry and you're on stilts and you rise above the situation. So you're still moving forward. I get you walking through the floodwaters on stilts. Never seen that one before. There's also a forest here, and it's like going in deep down into your body and really examining what's going on. The forest actually gives you life, it gives you oxygen, and it's a great place to be. And so you become more meditative and more reflective, more spiritual. That's what I associate with forests. Okay, and wow, and the card that turns over is the Ten of Swords. Okay, so there is an emotional time coming up from the Tower through September. It is the end of the road. Ten of Swords. You're thinking about what you're going to do now, but do be assured the first vision I saw shows something else for you to go on with. See here, there's a lot of new butterflies that have just come out, and that means new life. Almost like the situation that is ending, it's almost like you were a bit jaded, or there was something not quite right about it anyway, and your intuition was trying to tell you that, I know it could be upsetting because of these knives. You felt like you perhaps been stabbed in the back in some way, or maybe there's a sense of betrayal, but you can rise above that. This is ultimately going to be in your favour that this situation ends. So yes, you might come out a bit battered, and I hope that's not, I'm sure it's not literally, I hope not anyway, but I say that in a metaphorical sense. And but there's action here too, and red is about taking action. It's time to move on from that situation. And so although other people might get really upset, and yes, you might be initially rising above it, I get you becoming more spiritual and really going down deep within. Okay, so let's go now to your horoscope. And before I actually come to this chart, I want to actually talk about your ruler, which is Mars. And Mars is going retrograde, okay? So this, normally gives a huge amount of motivation and energy. This is my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com. There's lots and lots of information there about horoscopes and all sorts of things. And particularly if you need a psychic reading as well, you can get it from my website. But because it's going retrograde, which is on the 9th of September to the 14th of November, you may not have the amount of energy that you normally have, okay? So you can see here it goes retrograde every 26 months or so, and it's in your sign. So in your sign's the first house, and so this really does affect you in a major way, because Mars is your ruler, and you might find that you're feeling a bit flat, a bit lethargic. You haven't got the energy that you normally have and that sort of thing, and that might be why you're looking to go deep within yourself. You see here feelings of frustration, feelings of like limitation, being blocked, that sort of thing may come up, and if it does, allow it. Feel all of your feelings, so that the new path that you're going to walk, that you can feel that if you allow your feelings to come up as well. So this is going to point you in the direction of your new path, okay? So it could be turbulent, but as I say, I did see you rising above it. It's a great time to delay important decisions, okay? Because when Mars goes direct again in mid-November, you might find the whole situation is different, and you could be in a totally different mind space then. And so just try and delay anything major, okay? It's a great time to go within and look at your spiritual life when this is happening. Okay, so let's go back to the board now and have a look at your actual horoscope. We've talked about your ruler. The 6th of August to the 6th of September, Venus is in your 4th house here. Okay, so you might have some time in this period where you could actually concentrate on your home and your family, and you might find it particularly fulfilling if you make your home more beautiful, or there seems to be good harmonious relationships with those at home, and you put some energy into that. 19th of August to the 5th of September, Mercury in your sixth house here now this is the house of everyday work. So this says that there's going to be a lot of thinking and discussions about your work, and also with your co-workers and the authority figures at your work. You could be talking about, given in light of everything else that's happening, you could be talking about leaving. Okay. It is also the house of health and well-being, and so that's another thing you could be discussing as well. 21st of August to the 22nd of September, Sun in your sixth house. Okay, so as well as these communications, you're also getting a lot of insight and awareness, okay? And normally it would be like you were doing your best work. If you don't actually leave that particular job, you might get a promotion, or that particular company, I was going to say. You might get a promotion or something, but we've still got this. If you do get a promotion at that particular company, there's something in the background that, might take the lightness out of it. You might not be happy about it. Okay, so 26th of August to the 23rd of September, Mars conjuncts Mars. Normally you'd want to, make a fresh start. You'd be full of energy, go out on your own, and you could be feeling very irritable and frustrated, but because Mars is retrograde, in this time you might not have the same amount of energy, which is like a double-edged sword. That could actually be a good thing, because your frustration level might go down, and any chance of accidents might decrease as well. 2nd of September, the full moon in your 12th house here. Okay, so full moon is about transformation, and it's in your 12th house of the goddess, your subconscious. And so there's a lot of spiritual transformation going on there. So really check in with your dreams and meditate and journal, and just pay attention to what's going on in your head in September, because you could pick up some very valuable information. 5th of September to the 27th of September, and Mercury moves into your 7th house. So by the end of the month, it's like the focus is coming off the work or the health situation. And the 7th house is a house of significant partnerships, could be business or personal. Relationships, you might seek out the opinions of professionals and look for some advice. It just, with Mercury, it always brings a lot of communications and discussion, negotiations. 5th of September to the 2nd of October, Venus moves into your 5th house. This is absolutely beautiful. This could be a wonderful romantic time for you. You could be feeling very inspired creatively and romantically. It's a great time for enjoying the company of friends, and also art and music. If you're looking to start a new relationship, this could make you feel very flirtatious, and you just want to have fun. It's just a lovely energy, and it sort of revives. If you're in a pre-existing relationship, it revives and rejuvenates and brings in an element of excitement or something like that in an existing relationship. 17th of September, new moon in your 6th house here. This is a brand new fresh beginning in the work zone or the health and well-being zone. So if you do leave a job, there's likely to be another job there very soon coming. Probably you go straight from job to job, in fact. 21st of September to the 23rd of October, Sun in your 7th house. So the Sun here moves up into your house of significant partnerships, marriages, business partnerships. And this brings a lot of joy and or insight and awareness, or perhaps both. It's also a good time to seek advice from professionals. If perchance your marriage or partnership is not going very well, you might get the insight and awareness that you need in order to, what you need in order to finish it. 22nd of September to the 1st of October, Mars squares Saturn. You could be feeling frustrated and discouraged in this time. It's only a short time, 8 or 9 days, and you could be especially sensitive right now. Try not to fight authorities unnecessarily. Be patient. Don't push yourself too hard, or don't try and push other people either. My advice would be to be quieter now and work on your own, rely on yourself in this time. 26th of September to the 27th of October, Mercury then moves from here into your 8th house of intimacy and shared relationships. Okay, so this ensures communications and negotiations regarding joint finances or intimacy. It's a good time to get your affairs in order now, particularly legally. It might be to do with inheritances, loans, perhaps your superannuation or 401k. 24th of September to the 2nd of October, Mars squares Venus. You could have strong amorous desires, but they might be difficult to have them fulfilled. So it could be like you're feeling very frustrated, and frustrated love desires can turn into irritability. So, just watch that if you do feel frustrated or irritable, and then be especially careful about accidents. It might be, I'm just getting psychically, trips and falls. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and see what I can see for you, awesome Aries, for the month of September 2020. Okay, a door opening up in front of me. There is something darker here that I have to deal with, I feel like, if I was an Arian. But you know what? It's right in the middle of a corridor, and it's a sort of like a dark blob. This could be something you've known about, but you just it's like the elephant in the room, and it's just been sitting there looking messy, uncomfortable, dark, negative. But you know what? There's a way around it. In this corridor, there's space either side. You can just walk around it and walk on. This dark mass, you don't have to, and it's not really doing much. It's like a big pile of horse poo. It's just sitting there. So, it's not like it's going to come up and bite you necessarily or anything like that. You can walk around it and move on. I now see a big axe, and that just means like chopping something. I feel like you're going to let go of something from your life, something like a job, a relationship, maybe even a friendship. It's just not working for you, and now I can see these eyes opening up, and it's like you're seeing things in a new light that you sort of knew they were there, but you didn't see them clearly before, and you see it more clearly than ever now. Awesome Aries. So it's like you've got the energy to do something about it, and with Mars retrograde with you, it's not all negative, because it could actually slow you down a little bit, and that might be a good thing because it makes you think more. You're not as spontaneous, and so you might be a little bit more cautious, and I think that is a good thing this month. Okay, anything else? I see down the corridor, after I get past the pile of horse poo, I see a big sunrise at the end, and it's like you're moving towards the light, and you can see the light. It's like you've been in a dark tunnel. It's a very dark corridor that I'm in. It's all wood, and it feels like it's quite old-fashioned. And so it could be something that your ancestors had some sort of similar thing doing, and you've sort of inherited. I wonder, if you look back in your family tree, were any of your ancestors like slaves or servants? You know, back in England, it's like what I'm looking at is a couple of 100 years old, maybe 150 to 200 years old, and it's like being a servant in somebody's grand house, but it's a really dark kind of energy, and there's this beautiful sunlight outside, and that's what you're going for. You're going to get out of this darkness of the past, and it's like you've inherited some of this, and so I do see a way forward and a much happier, more independent role for you in life coming soon. Awesome, Aries. Okay, that's a great note to finish on. I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new and hit that notification bell. Leave me a comment. I'm only too pleased to answer your comments. And a like and a share would be fabulous as well. Most important, have a very insightful month, because I'm sure you're going to. Okay, thanks again for watching, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.